Hello and welcome to another episode of Police Beat, the show that takes you inside the Gainesville Police Department. I'm Officer Ben Tobias, the spokesman for GPD, and I'll be your host for today's show. Joining me as co-host is one of GPD's shift commanders, Lieutenant Sharna Sen.
Thank you, Ben. And thanks to all of you who joined us today. This episode will show you two recent community events that Gainesville police officers were able to participate in. We don't just answer calls for service, we try to become part of the community we serve. And today we will show you just how we do that.
If you don't live near Southwest 23rd Terrace, you may not even know that Phoenix Apartments exists. This small neighborhood in Southwest Gainesville has seen its share of drugs, violence, and gangs, but that is changing. These days, Phoenix is a growing area with many different resources available to the residents. Recently, GPD was able to team up with Women Working with Women to host a Focus on the Family Day to get everyone in the community together. Let's take a look at how the day went out at Phoenix.
Today we have the Focus on the Family Day event here in Phoenix Apartments. Today is all about community, it's all about family, and trying to get everyone to come together to try and rebuild the community to make it something bigger and better.
Gainesville Police Department puts an event like this on several places in town many times during the year, and it's primarily to get the kids interested, to show them what's available. They're also going to feed them with hot dogs and hamburgers, and I see that they're handing out potatoes and other food.
All too often, the kids kind of get left behind in some of the areas. What we're trying to do here in Gainesville is to get a more personal experience with the children, and through the children and also with the families.
It's very important for the police department to work with other different members of the community and also to work with different entities in the city. We have Gattaca, working with the tennis program to bring tennis to the kids and keep them active, keep them playing, keep them expand their minds so they can do something else and something more interactive besides just staying home or roaming the streets.
It's an amazing thing to get the kids out together, maybe from different neighborhoods throughout the city. So we're really trying to bring the kids together, give them a physical activity, but also focus on character development, life skills, and just kind of focus on the community. And so it's good to see the kids learn how to compete together, get along together, and and have some competition, but do it in a fun manner with physical activity as well.
We have the members of Bolds that work with the Gainesville Police Department. They're here cooking for us. We have other aspects of the department. We have patrol here that's assisting. We have the citizens on patrol and our Gainesville Police Department cadets. And then of course, Women Networking with Women, which is our co-partners with this beautiful event today.
My name is Belinda Smith. I'm with Women Working with Women. It's a nonprofit 501c3 organization. And what I do is we provide services to people in the Phoenix community, and we provide educational workshops, seminars. We also have a personal and professional development program at Santa Fe College that we do for citizens for free. We provide food monthly here, and today we're having a grand opening of the Women Working with Women facility here on Southwest 23rd. Today is our grand opening, and also we've partnered with Gainesville Police Department, Chief Jones and Officer Torres, and we are now actively taking care of the community today.
These kids out here are having a wonderful, wonderful time, and they're just very polite. And I wish the rest of the people in Gainesville could come out here and see these kids having this much fun,
It warms my heart, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to put this together. When I see kids coming out and playing and just enjoying what the community, something they probably didn't think they had, it is just the most fuzziest, greatest feeling ever. And that's why I got into crime prevention.
This is a great community. It's a great family community. Yes, they may have crime, but if we give them the tools they need, like everyone else, it will be better productive citizens in the community.
First of all, this is a joyous day for me. Some probably 10, 12 years ago when this area was annexed into the city, I remember we said that they need a place out here for the young people to gather. And we got a place, we got that apartment, and what happened afterwards, it worked, but then it went down. The other group left, Miss Ann McCoy. She did a great job out here.
Amen.
She did a great job, so I got to give credit to her. But then what happened was there was nothing out here. And with nothing out here, Here came drugs, homicides, and everything else. And so we were hoping that some group would come in here and revitalize this community and bring something positive in this community for not only the young people, but for the adults as well. And I want to thank Maxine's Place for answering our prayer. Because see, I told y'all a long time ago, the police department can't do it by itself.
That's right.
We can't.
That's right.
But I think working with the community, now we have Maxine's Place. And I see the resources. I see the resources that clothes. I see books. I see potatoes. I see the beginning of a positive life for the Phoenix neighborhood. So I want to say on behalf of the Gainesville Police Department, and I want to say to you young people that are out here, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. This is not a neighborhood that have no resources. This is a neighborhood that have promises. So with that, I just want to say thank you all for partnering with our crime prevention unit, our officers, our citizens on patrol, and everybody else in making a positive impact on this community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chief. At this time, the name of the new location for all of your community resources is called, do you see it? Do you see it? What is it called, everybody? Maxine's Place. She has no idea.
This is going to be the brand new community center for Phoenix. We're going to have tons of activities to keep the kids busy during the summer. There's going to be domestic violence, counseling classes, and also just regular living classes so people can have a different aspect of life.
And I have to thank Enactus Group out of the University of Florida. The Enactus Group is critical to this process today. They painted the building, they provided the programs, and they developed the curriculum for the professional certification program. We could not do it without the Enactus Group from the University of Florida. They're a big part of Women Working with Women, as well as GPD.
Enactus is a student organization at the University of Florida who strives to use entrepreneurial action to impact our community in a positive way. The project that I'm a manager of, as well as Alessandra Bustamante, it's called Uncap Opportunities for Women. And so we strive to empower women in whatever way we can in our community.
We're just so glad to be here. We cannot thank our active team enough.
Fixing a community starts at the home, and it starts with, trying to figure out what's the problem going on, in the home, in the community, and what happens afterwards out on the street. We want to try and remedy all that. We want to start with every home individually, the community as a whole, and figure out what's wrong together. It takes a village to raise a child, and that's something that we believe in. It takes a community, for a working police department to be able to assist and help them out. And I want to thank the community so much, just for everyone coming together, working with the police department, working with the 4 Ws, and being able to put this beautiful event together for the friends and family of Phoenix Apartments.
The Gainesville Police Department is always looking for ways to give back to the community like we recently did in Phoenix. After the break, we see how some local youth choose to give back to theirs. Police Beat will be right back.
I mean, you don't think it's gonna happen.
I was just thinking like, wow, I could have been killed.
If I can help it, you're not gonna die when I'm driving.
So, you went out with a friend last night. Did you have fun? Do you remember? Did you have 1 drink too many? Or maybe 2? Do you know? Did you think you were cool? Do you remember what happened? Who brought you home? What's being posted online today? Binge drinking. You're smarter than that. This message is brought to you by HIT and its sponsors.
Air 1, keep me on 26 Terrace.
Welcome back to Police Beat. While we have plenty of resources at our disposal, great community ideas are not always ours alone. We depend on the residents of our town to help each other out. This summer, one of GPD's gang investigators, Officer Marquita Brown, has been working with a group of young men that previously caused trouble with crime and gang activity in the Duval neighborhood. Over the course of a few meetings, Officer Brown asked the young men what they wanted to do to help the community, and their answer was simple. Detective Matt Geckel, a familiar Police Beat figure, visited the event to give us some more details. Matt?
Thanks, Ben. We're out here today with some youth from the Duval neighborhood. They had the idea to do a neighborhood cleanup. We've partnered with them, and we'll actually hear from Officer Marquita Brown in a little bit to tell us about how that came to fruition.
I've been a gang investigator for almost 2 years now, and a lot of what we've been doing is contacting youth in different neighborhoods that are affiliated with gangs and having a bunch of different gang fights. So what I did was built a rapport with some of these kids through different events, through coming through the neighborhood, just talking to them. And I asked them, I said, what can we do as a police department to help you guys stay out of trouble for this summer? We don't want, these all-out brawl, 100 people rioting and fights between you and these other gangs. So what can we do? Well, some of the kids were just like, man, we just need something to do. So what kind of things you like to do? Well, we want to do video game tournaments. We come out here, do a neighborhood walk, clean up the neighborhood because we feel bad about fighting in our own neighborhood and dirtying our own neighborhood up. So I got with my sergeant, ran it by her, and started just planning it out. And I was in communication with these kids, maybe 4 times a week, trying to get it together, trying to figure out which kids would this benefit.
Today we had a Duval community cleanup. Just coming out here, just help pick up all the trash out of the community and just try to keep it clean. To just really stay out, try to stay out of jail and just to, keep my mom happy and show her that I'm not all about fighting and just to make a change for myself.
Do you live in the neighborhood?
Yes, I don't live in this neighborhood, but
right.
Live in the back.
You live in the back.
Yes,
okay. Why are you out here today? What brought you guys out here?
Help out with the community.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You think it's important that we have clean streets in the community?
Yes, sir.
Helps overall with the image.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Because how little kids come to the park, older kids that smoke and they throw buds or something down, and the kids put it in their mouth.
Right.
And that's very dangerous.
So it's like almost even like a safety thing. Lieutenant, you actually grew up in this neighborhood, right?
I actually did. I grew up right around the corner on Northeast 3rd Avenue, born and raised. I actually moved from the Porters neighborhood when I was about 3 years old. My parents moved over to Northeast 3rd Avenue, and that's where I grew up until, of course, I moved out.
As we were walking through Duval Park today, I just stopped and I looked at all 3 of the kids I was walking with, and I just said, hey, I'm proud of you guys, because I've seen these kids. One of them I knew since he was 5 years old. One of them, I met maybe 2.5 years ago, and I can just see the progress in them. So for them to wake up every morning and be as committed and dedicated to this as I am, it just shows me the improvement and their will, that they want to be better, that they want to do more. The fact that they were out, they were picking out trash that I didn't even see and going, above and beyond. And so I'm like, okay, this is really impacting them in some kind of way. Some of the things that they were saying was just, man, I've never done a cleanup before. It made me think, I'm 27 years old and I've never done a cleanup before in my own neighborhood. So I think it's a positive impact. They saw some friends along the way, shook their hands. People were coming outside and kind of looking like, wow, what's going on? But I think it gives the people a chance in the neighborhood to see, okay, these kids are the same kids I seen fighting last week, and now they're doing something positive. And for them themselves, I think it's just a motivation to want to be better.
Let me ask you this. What do you think about having police officers alongside with you picking up trash?
It's awesome.
Yeah? Did you ever think that you would see officers out here doing anything like that with you guys, or?
Not really.
Yeah. Would you say, has it changed your perception of the department at all, or officers in general?
A lot.
It's good because, you got some officers that just sit down, that'll help us come out here because they want us to, they want us to be better and they want us to change.
And be honest with me here, all right? Nobody's gonna get in trouble. What did you think of us before?
I just thought of it all as people that just don't really care, they just there to do their job.
Right, okay. And now?
Now I feel like y'all really for us, like y'all really here to protect.
you worked until super late last night, but you still made the effort to get up and come and help these kids out.
I certainly did, and that's because it's always great to just give back to the communities around Gainesville, because they give to us, so it's important that we give back to them. It means so much to me. It's a matter that I worked late last night, because when I can get up and know that I'm coming here and being a part of something that's so important to the community, also part of the Duval initiative, in which we're making every attempt to get the neighborhood involved, revitalize the neighborhood, and make it look good once again.
As an officer, I really believe that every kid can be saved. It's just a matter of their will. It's a choice. So when I talk to them, I'm always constantly thinking, okay, what would I tell my child? You know, if this was my child. So to see them in the way I feel about them being my child, when I see them make a progress, every day it's something different. I'm like, okay, thank you for putting me in this position. Thank you that, you know, I'm able to step out and be more than just an officer. I'm kind of like a mentor, more like a mom to these kids. We're making those steps towards building a relationship with the community and making more community contacts and resources to help young kids. So if there's a kid that's out there that wants to be a part of something like this, wants to change, just don't know how, it's just a matter of us going out and making the first step. Because sometimes kids are just, they don't know what to do, they don't know what direction to go. So it's our job to get out there in the community and find out which kids those are. And just really build a relationship with them is the #1 goal. But hopefully they'll get something out of these 5 weeks and turn it into something that'll, you know, help them out throughout their lives.
Small events such as this neighborhood cleanup can really make positive changes in our community. We are proud of these young men and the new choices they are making. When Police Beat returns, we remind you how important it is to keep your car secure. We'll be right back.
Burglaries and robberies have become serious concerns in our city. This crime is referred to as a crime of opportunity because most criminals look for the path of least resistance. Protect yourself. Don't become a target, lock your doors, and keep expensive items out of plain view.
For crime prevention information, go to GainesvillePD.org or call the Gainesville Police Department's Crime Prevention Office at 334-2479. Protect yourself. Don't become a target.
The dumping of unwanted pesticides, paint products, or motor oil is not only irresponsible, it's very harmful to the environment. Alachua County residents can drop off these materials free of charge at the Household Hazardous Waste Collection Center. Hazardous liquids, poisons, and other harmful agents are treated with care by a trained staff that will unload your vehicle for you. The center also offers free of charge unwanted materials for use in your home. Take care of Alachua County's land and water supply by disposing of hazards properly. Call 334-0440.
Kilo 7 Sierra 1, keep me on 26 Terrace.
Welcome back to Police Beat. Car burglary is a problem that will never go away. GPD officers are constantly out on patrol looking for the bad guys, but will unfortunately never be able to catch them all. It's up to you to make sure that your car and its belongings are safe and secure. As you watch this segment, you'll notice that it was Officer Brown's previous assignment working car burglaries, a task she has since passed on to other officers, but her warnings are just as important today as they were when we filmed this segment.
Hi, my name is Officer Marquita Brown with the Gainesville Police Department's Special Operations Unit, where I commonly investigate car burglaries. One of the things I've noticed in car burglaries is that people are kind of targeting specific areas where there are a large amount of vehicles. They hit fast and quick, whether it's a smash your window, smash your glass out, or whether it's an unlocked car door. They enter 5 to 10 seconds, grab a purse, grab a wallet, a book bag, something personal. They go through those items, take out maybe a state ID, Florida ID card, a social security card, a debit card, credit card, and if there's a checkbook. If and once they get all this information, they're going directly to a bank. They're using interchangeable victims' information to basically obtain their funds without their permission. They're committing fraud, they're committing identity thefts with with the victim's information, and it doesn't happen just once. They use it as much as they can, pretty much until the victim notices it. They watch people go in and out of locations, new cars that comes in, vehicles that are leaving, vehicles that have been sitting for maybe over 30 minutes or so. And what they target is things like female purses, pocketbooks, book bags, wallets. What happens is people try to hide them, but I don't think that they hide the items well enough. So the suspects are still getting into the car, searching the car, and keep in mind it takes maybe 5 to 10 seconds to locate a pocketbook that you may have hidden under the seat, but they still manage to discover it and find it. It may be even in your glove compartment, which is concealed. However, they'll open it, find your wallet, take whatever items they feel is needed to go further. Once inside of those things, they look for checkbooks, credit cards, debit cards, your actual Florida ID card or some sort of official state ID card. Personally, I would tell people always, always, always take your items with you, even if you're just running into the gas station. Don't leave your car running. Don't leave your car doors unlocked. Make sure the windows are all the way rolled up. Absolutely no items in plain view. Me personally, I watch what items I also carry with me inside of my purse. You may not want to carry a credit card, debit card, and a checkbook, because the more items they get, the more they're able to go into further crimes that leads to fraud and identity theft. You need to call police immediately if and when you see some sort of transactions where there's checks, where there's credit card usage, and where there's debit card usage. And what you want to do is immediately contact your banks. You need to have everything canceled. I don't just mean canceling debit cards and credit cards, but I mean canceling the entire account and opening up something new, because even with those alerts, sometimes these criminals, they're very intelligent to where they can do whatever they need to do in order to obtain your funds. Anytime you go somewhere, it doesn't hurt to double check, did I lock my door? Walk back to your car, double click that lock. Any items that you're gonna leave in the car, think twice about it. Does it hurt to just carry it in with you? Once you get to a location, you don't wanna be trying to find out where you're gonna put it. You don't want them seeing you put your purse in your trunk, because that's another thing they'll do. They'll pop that trunk open and just take you right out after they've watched you. So kind of try to minimize things that you take with you day to day, and just double check. Take that extra 10 seconds to lock your car doors.
It's, 90-95% of the people out there are good, but it's still that 5-10% is a significant part of our population that we have to be aware of. And it's unfortunate, but it's just kind of the way it is nowadays, and we've got to, as time goes on, we have to adapt. They're always going to try to stay one step ahead of us. We have to try to stay one step ahead of them.
Lock it or lose it. It's that simple. Make sure your vehicle is locked each and every time you leave it.
Well, that wraps up this episode. Your vehicle isn't the only thing that needs to be secure. Make sure your home is locked each time you leave. Never leave a door or window unlocked. It's just an invitation to thieves.
Make sure to follow GPD on Facebook or Twitter, or connect with us at GainesvillePD.org, where you can make suggestions on what you'd like to see featured on a future episode.
We hope you enjoyed your time with us today, and we'll see you again next month for another episode of Police Beat. Well, that wraps up this episode.
Well, that wraps up. Did you hear yourself go?
No, I didn't hear myself go.
Like you were slowly dying?
I move away from the mic to breathe.
Burglaries and robberies have become serious concerns in our city. This crime is referred to as a crime of opportunity because most criminals look for the path of least resistance. Protect yourself. Don't become a target. Lock your doors and keep expensive items out of plain view.
For crime prevention information, go to GainesvillePD.org or call the Gainesville Police Department's Crime Prevention Office at 334-2479. Protect yourself. Don't become a target.
It's not easy being a tree. There's the constant hugging, and there are other nuisances.
No, doggy, no! But the best part about being a tree is helping people recycle at work. And it's not just paper, it's cardboard too.
Hey, now that's thinking outside of the box. Thank you, I'll be here all week.
Last year, Gainesville businesses recycled approximately 5,000 tons of cardboard, but we can do more.
Recycle at work and make a tree happy. Call the City of Gainesville Office of Recycling.